Alright, let's do this new shit. I said this new shit, it's probably not new, it's probably a bunch of old quests. From the past.
Hello.
Oh, you're also taking a long dessert break. There's nothing like catching up on some reading in the fresh air with great view. But I would not mind having some company. Would you care to hear a story?
Tread lightly.
Oh, Leia is sending visitors my way now. Laughed deeply. Of course she is. Oh, but she is correct. The only thing I love more than gathering stories is telling them. Sit down and I'll share a tale with you.
Every good story needs a hero.
What stories can you tell me?
Guide you.
Oh, I thought that you got this from doing all the stories. I guess each one gives you a toy. The advantage is at least these things actually have a short cooldown. At least some of them do anyway. Like, at least the xal'atath one has a short cooldown. Like, it's 1 minute cooldown and gives you an hour-long buff. So, like, I feel like these two are just here because, like, literally important lore for this story and probably the entirety of, like, the next 3 expansions. The Ethereal's thing is next patch, and then I guess Lich King just because, people say it's, like, one of the best stories, so I guess we'll just do them in order, I guess.
Eyes open.
The most cunning foes wait until you are desperate. They offer solutions you cannot afford to refuse. When the Burning Legion returned to our world, it was a desperate situation indeed. The heroes of Azeroth sought to arm themselves with the greatest weapons ever forged. Among these was xal'atath, the blade of the Black Empire. A high priest searched far and wide for the blade.
How does today find you?
I'm ready to learn about the High Priest's journey to find xal'atath. Are we gonna get to do the... Probably gonna get to do the artifact quest. We're probably gonna get to do the artifact quest for Priest. As a DK, which is kind of funny. Nah, it'll probably be a vehicle.
The High Priest's
Nope.
search brought them to Tirisfal Glades, where they met with Alonso Foul.
I will hide in shadows no longer.
I've been working with Moira Forazon to infiltrate the Twilight Hammer cult. We've learned of an ancient and powerful old god relic, a blade used at various points in history to wreak havoc. Moira double agents inform us the new leader is rising and plans to cement his ascension using the weapon in an unholy ritual. You must find him and stop this ritual and seize the artifact. We'll meet you in Darrellan after.
Let us get to work.
What's that? Okay. It's kind of funny though. You get to do the Shadow Priest like artifact quest just as whatever class you choose, which is useful because it means I don't have to fucking just face roll and hope to work out how to Shadow Priest. Let's hope he doesn't pull everything. Was there a scaling problem there? No, my trinket just absolutely annihilated him. I guess he didn't have extra health. He probably had the same health as the monster on the edge, and I just assumed that he was like a boss. The Shadow Deacon was curious and calculated mastery, preferring the secrecy of the shadows to direct action. Ever since he found the blade, he enacted his entire demeanor has changed. Arrogant, commanding, audacious, he now favors a bold plan to restore the power of the Twilight Hammer. The blade is called xal'atath. It has come from an age before most of our races existed. We only have scrollings of previous holders to go from. While it is mostly ravens of those that lack the will to wield the blade, many say that the same thing. They speak of the Black Empire, of a time when the true masters ruled all over Azeroth's massive sacrifices, living buildings filled with void energies. Sometimes we can hear Shadow's Deacon speaks to someone is in his tent. He has mentioned the glory of the Black Empire as well. Oh, we got the third clue first, okay. We have finished setting up a small base per Deacon's orders. He is driven, so sure this is a proper path for the Twilight Hammer. We will be visible to our enemies, but we believe it's worth the risk. Nothing's worth the risk. Nothing's worth the risk. Nothing's worth the risk. Nothing is worth the risk. There is some sort of broken seal leading to a complex below the lake. The lake itself looks like it suffered a titanic explosion thousands of years ago. Somehow the Shadow Deacon knew this location and knows that a Sulfaxi died here. His plan is bold. He used the Black Blade to resurrect that ancient being and restore the Twilight Hammer to its pinnacle. Tomorrow we'll go in and commence the forces holding the upper area. He's already dampened the ward and is preparing to enter the lower areas. Yeah, we actually did that battle, didn't we, in Dragonflight? Like, we did for like the tier quest line, we killed the Kafaxi in that. Praise be to the new leader. Once the hand of the Twilight Father.
The priest learned the Shadow Deacon, the new leader of the Twilight Hammer, found the Black Blade. xal'atath changed him. He became obsessed with the Black Empire.
I don't know, that sounds like the Twilight Hammer.
The priest already knew of xal'atath through their allies in Netherlight Temple. Moira Tharizan had an agent infiltrate the cult.
Anyway, the Shadow Deacon has decreed now that it is time to regain our past glory. With the Twilight Father left the service left to serve Deathwing, the Shadow Deacon maintained his role as bishop in the Stormwind. He continued infiltration and recruitment efforts there for some time until the fall of Deathwing and the Twilight Father. He then ordered what was left of the organization to go quiet and allow our foes a temporary victory. But then we found it, or perhaps it found him, the Black Blade. I turned myself into a fish. Is this the entrance?
We have an intruder.
Excellent. I was expecting him, but I don't think you were.
What? You traitor!
Irish say he may cook. I'm Slaghammer, paying my family's debt by hanging out with these buggers. Let me take down this barrier. The Shadow Deacon's already below starting his ritual. To get there, we'll need to do a bit of work. If you have any questions, let me know. But we best hurry.
We, Darren, had much time, but you deserve some answers. What do you want to know about the Shadow Daikon, the Black Blade? What the hell's going on here? This was sort of sudden. What's going on? Can you believe it? We found the tomb of Tyr himself. He died a long time ago fighting a monstrous general of the old gods. His comrades buried him here, and the corpse of the beast further in. The tomb was meant to guard the prison tomb of the monster, but the Twilight Hammer has put a stop to that. The Shadow Daikon is using the blade of his to get his minion to keep the wards down while we go below. Shadow Daikon, who's that new leader? The hammer has been in disarray since the Twilight Father and Deathwing took a dive. I'm guessing that's when the Legion attacked. One of the leaders that was left took the idea of taking over while everyone was distracted. He's dredged up an ancient artifact of the old gods and is planning on using it on the Dread Monstrosity down there to cement his takeover of the cult. Dinner got a good look at the Daikon, but seems really familiar. You mentioned a magic blade. Can you tell me more? The blade, I know, Moira would want to know. I think the dagger has been behind some of the worst nightmares Azeroth seen. If I remember my stories, it looks similar to the stories told about the War of the Three Hammers in Grim Hall. It oozes shadows and seems to cut the virile light. I think it might have a mind of its own too. It seems the Shadow Daikon is sometimes talking and arguing, but no one's there at all. We best stop the ritual and pry the blade out loose from the cult. Yeah, that's one of the things that xal'atath did. They destroyed Grimbatol.
These buggers are suppressing Tyr's wards, so the Deacon can do his work below. Start by dispelling the wards on the ritual.
She actually made Scarodon in like the things from this expansion. She turned like a bunch of the dwarves in Grimbatol into Scarodon, but Blizzard couldn't be asked to make Scarodon in Cataclysm, so they got turned into Trogs.
Prison should be open. Well, if it ain't me old friend, we'd be doing the world a favor ridden into this bad, eh?
I'm a high priest now.
We could mass dispel them, or just fight, but it wouldn't get too close.
He's like, we can mass dispel them. I don't have mass dispel! We have to fight them.
Yes, the blade is right. I am unstoppable. Once Sakaj lives again, I will hold dominion over this world. Our old leaders chose to work with pawns. the real power.
That blade, give it to me.
This is no good. I can hear more coming from above. I'll handle them. You take care of the deacon.
My knifu,
Enemy blade.
give it to me.
Who said this would work?
I need a target.
With this weapon, I can do anything.
He can do anything! Da-na-na-na-na-na-da-da-na-na-na.
This shouldn't be happening. Why aren't you protecting me?
Weak and pitiful. The Twilight Father did not dare wield me, for he knew the price of failure.
Give me another chance. No. No.
The big suck.
You, on the other hand, yes, I foresee us doing great things together. Take hold of my haft and I will aid you. For now.
The blade is mine.
Yes, we are eager to feast on the fallen Titan's minions. But first, Zakash. The cultists may try to stir him again, or he could awaken on his own. We must consume his essence to ensure he is gone forever. You know this must be done.
Consume. Devour. Feast!
Thus ends the first chapter of our tale. Xal'atath was a constant whispering presence in the High Priest's mind. Yet they slew countless demons together.
And that is the story of how the knifu was obtained. Only obtainable by shadow priests. So most fucking specs never even fucking saw it. Do you have any questions? Tell me more about the Legion invasion. What the fuck? Which movie is that? It was a lengthy tale, but I'm not going to watch it. But to suffice it to say, the Legion is a horde of demons from other worlds bent upon the utter destruction. They are led by a fallen titan, Saragus, a cosmic creature so powerful that it's difficult to imagine. The Legion has invaded our world several times, but the tale's focused on their third invasion. Should I watch it? Tell me more about the Keeper's Rest and the Old Gods of Twilight Hammer. Keeper's Rest is another name of Tia's tomb. Once in this very location, the Titan-forged Keeper Tia fought against the dark entity known as Zephyrus the Corruptor. Although Tia's defeated Zephyrus, he gave his life to do so by flying at him like a meteorite. This is the spot where they buried the most sacred place. It is guarded by sanctified ground, who call themselves the Tia Guard. Tell me about the Old Gods. The Old Gods, they're terrifying entities said to have been here since, been sent here from the void to corrupt the world long ago. They rule over Azeroth. Their combined domains were known as the Black Empire. One of the entities, Yasharaj, said to have been defeated by the Titans, Amonful. Ripping Yasharaj from Azeroth, Amonful damaged the world. Thus the other Old Gods were sealed away, rather than removing. They did not wish to damage Azeroth further. Over time, Azeroth champions have defeated each of the Old Gods in turn. Yeah, Yasharaj is the reason the Maelstrom was created. Ripping out, well, no, it technically isn't the reason, but like, it made like a hole, it made the Well of Eternity, because like, ripping it out of the world literally made a hole in the fucking planet. So they had to imprison the others. What about... You missed what? You missed an old god. Which old god's missing? There's no N'Zoth here, for some reason. I guess N'Zoth's story kind of links with Xal'atath. Does it link with Xal'atath's? Technically it will, so I guess it might just come up later. Tell me more about Yasharaj. Ah, my friend, of all the old gods, this creature chills my bones the most. Well, of course it is. It's the fucking Pandaren old god. Once known as the Beast of Seven Heads, Yasharaj, the old god that fell to Aman'Thul long ago. As the Titan ripped Yasharaj from Azeroth, it is said that the old god's breath breathed out one last terrible breath. The breath manifested in the seven Shar that plague Pandaria. Anger, hate, violence, fear, doubt, despair, and pride. Was there any hope for my homeland when it loomed breath such shadows? The answer, of course, is yes. The champions of Azeroth rose and challenged the last vestiges of the terrible monster when they were last destroyed. Tell me about Sifun. Sifun was a terrible entity of madness and chaos that was imprisoned within the city of Antres in Silphus. Although the Dominion he surged into action when disturbed by the Night Elves. This led to the War of the Shifting Sands, in which Kaldori and a Dragonkin united to fight back Cthulhu's Quagi and Sylphid minions. The Great Scarab Wall was erected to keep the old god contained. Of course, the gates of Anchret were opened centuries later, but the champions of this world fought and successfully defeated Sifun in the end. Yogg-Saron. Yogg-Saron, the most devious of the entities indeed, imprisoned in the depths of the Uldum by the Titans. His reach was still inescapable. His blood ran through the entire continent of Northrend, crystallizing into mineral saronite. With the blood come from the old god whispers. Many fall to Yogg-Saron's mechanisms, including the wardens themselves of his prisons. The keeper Loken, Yogg-Saron caused Loken to turn on his own kin and bring down the rest of the old god's wardens from within. Thankfully, champions of our world defeated Yogg-Saron just in time. And this looks like saronite itself, and saronite's delicious, as we know. Do we just... oh, we did the old gods. What about this one? Was it... Did we already do this? No. The Twilight Hammer is an insidious cult that worship the old gods and seek to bring the end of the world. It has worn many, many faces over the years, but its purpose has never wavered, and each time we seem to root the Twilight Hammer out, it only twists its way into another form, into another place. Perhaps it will always exist in some form, as long as there are those who consumed with the idea of apocalypse. Apocalypse, that's the unholy DK artifact weapon. We could watch this, but I think it could just be the entrance thing. Is it just the entrance thing to this? No, I think it's probably just the cinematic for Legion, right? Yeah, it's just the intro for Legion. Do I skip it or watch it? Yeah, I'm just gonna skip it. Like, you can watch like the intro for like Legion in something else. We don't really need that. So at this point, the High Priest continued their battle against the Legion with xal'atath at their side. Do I actually have xal'atath? I do have him in my inventory.
This blade flowing with poison into Azeroth. xal'atath was one of many weapons whose powers were used to nullify the sword. She was weakened, but not for long.
Yeah, it was a pretty dumb thing to do. xal'atath has a mind of its own. Ignore its maddened whispers. Do not trust its lies it spins. Take from it what you need, but always remember that the dark presence in the blade is not your ally. Yes, it is. Knifu is our ally. Oh fuck, there's more! There's even more than there was before! Tell me more about xal'atath's whispers to the High Priest. What sort of things did she say? xal'atath often spoke directly into the mind of the High Priest, whispering opinions, secrets, and memories. Fortunately, the High Priest kept careful record of her words. Would you like to hear more? What did Xal'atath say in the Neverlight Temple? Oh, this is like literally just everything which Xal'atath well, not everything, but like a bunch of the important things that she had to say.
Netherlight Temple was a grand hall where priests gathered. There, the High Priest heard these whispers in their mind.
Do the Naru speak of the eternal conflict? That the entire history of your world is but a fraction of the time that has passed? Of those that came before the Draenei? No? I know the Naru consider us horrors to be resisted. We do not share this view. They are merely beloved brethren that lost the true path. They will return to their masters in time.
She ain't entirely wrong. Naru are kinda dumb. Like, they can see the future, yet they will let it happen. They let themselves get corrupted. Like, they know that it's gonna happen. They're like, yeah, we'll just let it happen. And Void Naru are pretty fucking easy to make, by the looks of things. So she probably isn't wrong. Naru probably are literally just void entities that are that have been purified by light, since they do seem quite easy to turn back into void entities.
While wandering the world, the High Priest once heard Xal'atath whisper this.
It is ironic that the weakest of us may be the ultimate victor. Cthulhu, Yogg-Saron, Yasharaj, and... well, only one would remain to consume the world that was always meant to be.
And then, of course, she wouldn't know about Ga'Hoon though, would she? Even though she was there for Ga'Hoon's defeat, but I guess she probably wouldn't even consider her an old god. Mind Flayer Kajari. I've forgotten who Mind Flayer Kajari was.
Mind Flayer Ka'az was a powerful Naraki, a servant of the old gods. As the High Priest defeated it in the assault of Violet Hold, Xal'atath whispered this.
For this idiotic pustule of N'Zoth to have lived so long, it does little to refute my opinion of this world's new owners.
So that's from the Violet Hold dungeon.
In one of the final battles against the Legion, Azeroth's greatest heroes fought upon the seat of the Pantheon, the Titan's very cradle of creation. When there, the High Priest heard these ominous words from Xal'atath.
Long have we sought entry to this realm. To think we have a mortal to thank for giving us our foothold. Your service will be remembered.
Yeah, it's pretty ominous.
In a stronghold on Argus, the destroyed home planet of the Draenei, the High Priest and Alleria Windrunner encountered Nora, a Naru fallen to the void. Here, Xal'atath whispered.
Ah, now this is true beauty. At least one of the mortals in your midst can appreciate what it offers.
Well,
After Laura's defeat, Alleria did something unprecedented. She absorbed the Naru's void energy into herself. Xal'atath's whispers grew eager.
The caterpillar has become the butterfly. She is all but ours now.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, that's the reason why Illyria's so void, has her void form so much, because she absorbed the energy of the fallen Naru. Alright, what we got? Tell me more about Saragius' sword and the battle that ended the Burning Legion's invasion. Yeah, it's got the movie. And then it's also got the cinematic of the purification of the sword. I'll do these two cinematics. The final fight against the Legion took place on Argus, the ruined homeworld of the Eridar. The heroes were able to triumph with the aid of the Titanic Pantheon. The Pantheon was able to pull Saragius away from Azeroth before his plans could be realized, but he still managed to strike one final terrible blow before he was ripped away, plunging his blade deep into the desert of Silithus and damaging the very heart of our world, and Beladar, because it's the reason why Beladar shifts into its void form as well.
You have done well.
Also another opportunity for Grimoires.
It is time.
We must gather our strength. Return home, children of Azeroth.
Illidan, we've done all we can.
Every choice, every sacrifice has led me to this moment. To face him once again.
You are not coming with us.
The hunter is nothing without the hunt. Did you not see this fate, prophet?
Fate. Our survival was never in fate's hands. Light be with you, Illidan Stormrage.
And I know it is actually pronounced Sargeras, but there was just someone who mispronounced it Saragius, and I think it's just such a funny meme.
Brother, your crusade is over!
As I said, that's why the star's always in the sky. And then the other cutscene's one of the most stupid things that we did.
How does today find you? Farewell.
The sword of weapons you wield. Raise them up as one.
Could you even get that armor?
Corruption from the Dark Titan's blade.
I don't think I've seen like a void version of that armor before. Oh no.
Azeroth cries out in pain.
But how do we get back into the vision now? That's the problem with the loading screen. How are we meant to get back now, though?
Great to meet ya.
There we are. That did it. Whoa, maybe not. I thought it did. Turn to story? No, we're in a void world. Damn it, I'll make...
For Azeroth.
Each day is a blessing.
I was expecting to just do the cinematic, I didn't expect it to teleport us to this timeline. How the fuck are we meant to continue the story if I can't... if Cho ain't here?
My life is dedicated to destroying the Burning Legion.
Fuck. We could probably make a portal to Dorangul and just continue it from there, hopefully. Might have to do the starting part again, though. Yeah, might have to go from the beginning again, which is gonna be a little bit of a pain. Can't use Hearthstone while in the thing. Maybe re-log in? I doubt that's gonna work though. Well, if our flying mount works, we could do... I forgot there should be a portal down there, but does flying mount work? Yes. But yeah, we drained the power out of the sword into our weapons, damaging xal'atath in the process. God, xal'atath though. It is ours now. A portal into the dream. Tierguard. Fuck is Tierguard? Oh, okay, yeah. So the portal takes us back to the story. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Interesting. I guess we could have talked to like the NPCs. No. Took me over here. Fuck. So let's go back to Stormwind then. Might need to do the first part again though, which is gonna be a little annoying. I can probably just speed run through it. The mobs aren't that strong. The mobs are nowhere near as strong as the stuff in the zone in Undermine, because the mobs in Undermine are overscaled as fuck. This video is gonna probably be quite long because I'm just going to go through all of the lore. I could technically probably split these into 3 separate things, and maybe I will, because honestly it's going to probably be quite long with the amount of lore that we need to read, but that does make sense. And it's cool that we at least get to hear some of these whispers. The big suck. Alright. Can you repeat what happened to the High Prince after they acquired
In the final battle,
Oh yeah, we already did that, didn't we?
plunged his blade, flowing with poison, into
I doubt it's poison
Azeroth.
exactly.
Xal'atath Xal'atath was one of many weapons whose powers were used to nullify the sword. She was weakened, but not for long. Greetings. Every good story needs a hero.
Xal'atath was a powerful weapon and a talkative presence.
Tread lightly. Farewell.
Though now only a blade of little power, Xal'atath was not idle. In the aftermath of the Legion invasion, tensions between the Horde and the Alliance erupted into a fourth war. Xal'atath took advantage of the many forces at play in the war to in a gambit to restore her power.
After the Legion was defeated, Azeroth erupted into the Fourth War. In the midst of the chaos, Xal'atath made her next move.
She was like, free me from this blasted mage prison, and she got freed from her mage prison. I wonder whether she's going to keep her new model, or whether she'll actually go back to her old one.
Xal'atath came before the High Priest once more, with promises of power.
This is technically doesn't need to be done by the High Priest. It can be done by any player in this quest line, but she does have extra voice lines if you do as a priest. The whispers are faint but grow louder as you hold the blade in your hand. So weak, need blood, souls. Voice trails off, but can still sense the daggers urging you on. It's a familiar sensation.
Strength failing. I need blood. Souls.
You bastard. Ooh, Overwatch player. Whoops, misclick. Kinda need a piss, but this is gonna take a long time. Annoyingly, as you can see, we've got thieves around though, which is a bit of a problem. It's a little annoying, doesn't put you in an instanced version of the zone. Because it means that you've got thieves like this who steal your shit for laughs. Vile creatures. We must kill them all. The knifu commands us to. And by vile creatures, I don't mean the Nagas. I mean the players. Kill them all. We must kill every fucking player who's stealing our mobs! They've forfeited their privilege to life. Pathetic and weak. Dying from cast mobs. Where do you want me to go? Oh, you want me to bring you back to the altar, do you? Ah, much better. How cruel of you to leave me in such a state. But we can reminisce later. No doubt you have many questions. As you know, I can offer countless answers. Xal'atath speaks once more. The servants of N'Zoth prepare for their master's return. They intend to conquer it and scour in the storm. They intend to conjure a scouring storm to wash away all unbelievers. This particular ritual they will invoke requires 3 artifacts, one of void, one of storm, and one of ocean. Even now I hear the void relic calling to me. It has been empowered or corrupted. I'm not sure which. I see it upon a cliff overlooking the vast sea. Come, priest, we'll find a much better use for such a prize.
The High Priest journeyed to stop the followers of N'Zoth, an old god, a dark creature who sought to corrupt our world. Let us have Missy speed this story along, shall we?
The creature from the feature.
How glorious it is to be renewed. Though I haven't forgotten your callous misuse of me in xal'atath. Such a waste of potential. It pleases me that we have a chance to spend more time together. You should know that of my many companions, you were my favorite. We will accomplish remarkable things together, you and I. Magnificent things.
It says speed along. Mishu moves slower than the player would move. I believe they're in Drusvar. They seem to already be dead.
Does she actually think she can break open the stone? Fool. Were we not pressed for time, I would enjoy watching her fail.
Wait, the stone's power is mine! Flee, Roy! Mine! Damn, I can't stop it. At last, I know my purpose.
Unleash
The
the
Void Stone.
Stone, my champion. It should provide the strength I need.
Are you
to
fucking
help
kidding
you
me?
find the other two relics.
We got the one fucking item which isn't transmog.
Many deals for a friend of the Grummles, like you. Many farewells.
Empowering our knifu.
Yes. Yes! It's been so long since I took a mortal form. This body is pleasing.
She did keep her old model as
don't
well.
you think?
So yeah, when you empower...
Once again, you prove deserving of my admiration. Such a worthy champion.
So yeah, when you empowered the blade, you left the blade and possessed the body of the person that you killed. Just killed there.
So many possibilities.
A change of pace can be invigorating. Our High Priest. A smooth stone filled with a swirling cloud of void that constantly shifts, drawing your eyes to try and focus on discern the horror of image within. You feel a sense of unease holding the stone.
Such magnificence awaits us.
Do not be distracted, we have more to do. I sense another relic, a trident, though lost to the depths it calls to me. High Priest, do you hear it too? Its song takes form. I see a harbour to the east, an ambitious pirate, greedy and proud, completely unaware of the power hidden within his hoard of gold. That would be the Captain Hubris will not permit her to simply hand over her prize. I fear she must be taught a rather harsh lesson. But that is your specialty, is it not?
Did the High Priest foresee the consequences of their actions here? Regardless, they traveled to Freehold. Mishi can help us get there safely.
Oh yeah,
The powerful Naga once possessed the trident. Now his underlings seek to recover it. What delicious irony that a pirate keeps such a coveted prize as a trophy.
So yeah, this is actually the quest line that gives you this thing. Or the one if you don't dispel it, of just having the permanent buff, which weirdly enough we don't actually have during this scenario. Which just gives you the eyeball thing while in pretty much any zone, but it's mostly these zones puts it on, and any of the new zones doesn't really put the eyeball on you. And you're gonna see why you have the eyeball. Because it comes from the end of this quest. You gotta keep out your gift of ends off. I can't actually remember what the pirate is exactly. I'm gonna guess there's probably just some freehold area. Yeah, who would have guessed they'd be in the freehold area?
Tell me what you want.
Trident is in your possession. And read the items when you get them. Rum, ham.
I'm out of here. I don't have a target.
A skeleton key. Do not copy.
I need to get closer.
Trident of the deep ocean. If you hold this up to your ear, you can hear the ocean.
I can't attack that target.
What do you seek?
Is the trident in your possession? Ha 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 ha. I never doubted you for a moment.
The time comes.
Xal'atath breathes deeply and smiles. My strength grows. I can see it clearly now. The third relic we seek is the crown known as the Tempest Caller. How fitting that after the fall of the Atalagal, the gluttonous Totanen would be the one to find the artifact. He was always scuttling about the depths seeking treasures for his collection. Totana's greed has left him trapped within a cave. He can never leave. The crowd awaits us there.
Xal'atath required one final artifact from the High Priest. Shall Mishi move us along?
It is no mere coincidence that our paths intersect. You are meant to find me. I was meant to find you.
Zing, 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 zing.
A grand destiny lies before us. Surely you sense it as well as I.
Didn't
Good
expect him to
enough,
start talking.
Wilson. Make your way to the shores of Vol'dun. That is where the third prize awaits.
I'm guessing that Mishi will always take the time it takes for her to finish speaking. So you get an opportunity to always hear what she has to say. But I'd prefer to not click it in case that isn't the case. Fuck are we? Cave at the top of Vol'dun.
Tell me what you want.
Crown is far more useful in our hands than the claws of that oversized bottom
Open
feeder.
your mind.
What the crap doing? It's a blue lobster jump scare. Dun-dun-dun! You can feel the potent energies pulsing within the crown.
What do you seek?
Further proof that you can achieve great that you and I can do great things together, High Priest. So many possibilities.
The time comes.
The relics are ours, as they're meant to be. There is but one more step needed for the great truth to be revealed. The Naga sought to summon the storms from a place that echoes with ancient power. Though the site has had countless names over the ages, you mortals know it as Pinnacle of Oblivion. I'll go on ahead and begin the preparations. Join me there.
Open your...
The pieces were falling into place. Only one task remained. Let us have Mishi hasten the journey.
Mushu He's an argue descent into madness.
Xal'atath often whispered to the High Priest about the old gods and their Black Empire. We have fought countless wars against them as they seek to turn our world to void. Finally, N'Zoth was the only one who remained. He was waiting patiently for his moment to strike.
Back to Stormsong Valley again.
Xal'atath,
Whoa.
N'Zoth found an unexpected collaborator.
I was expecting to at least have to get down here. I wasn't expecting to just appear down here.
So many possibilities.
Place the
A
stone.
stone to call forth the darkness. A weapon forged in the depths.
The depths! Go to the depths!
A crown for the ruler of all worlds. Hear me, God of the Deep. I have brought you the opener, the bringer of truth, the torch that lights the way. Honor our bargain. Free me to find my own fate.
Go. But the blade must remain to serve my will.
A fair exchange. Shadows guide you, my dear friend. We will meet again. I am certain of it.
Xal'atath really has just never had shoes, has she?
I have dreamed your destiny, mortal. The hour is close at hand. That which was sunken shall rise. All that was sleeping shall be awakened. Receive my gift and see all truths before you.
Xal'atath was freed from the blade and took a mortal form. Her past remained a mystery. But we lorewalkers are never satisfied with an incomplete story.
How does today find you?
What have we got? It was you, wasn't it? You found Xal'atath and helped free her from the dagger. Let us keep that information between us. Some may not take so kindly to you with that knowledge. I did free her from the blade, but can you blame me? She's knifu. So I believe this is just this one now. Tell me more about the gifts and Ny'alotha. There are those who say that N'Zoth was the weakest of the old gods. A misconception, perhaps, for research would indict that N'Zoth was responsible for many of the troubles that plague the world. It was N'Zoth who corrupted the Black Dragon Nefarian into Deathwing. N'Zoth who was responsible for twisting Queen Alexstrasza and her Queen Azshara and her Nightborn into the Naga. It is even said that N'Zoth helped create the Emerald Nightmare. For a weak creature, N'Zoth was still a force to be reckoned with. Tell me more about the gift of N'Zoth. The so-called gift of N'Zoth allows one to easily discern who had allied themselves with the old gods and speak with them. Indeed, it is said that his gift granted the ability to speak the language of the old gods themselves. I wonder if that's actually true. I wonder whether the gift of N'Zoth is actually required for you to actually understand Nyalothian. Yet one must wonder at what cost of such a gift truly was. If you choose to embrace the gift, you accept N'Zoth's dominion. Did you not? Nyalotha, a home of the old gods, and their minions, not a place so much as a different reality, a version in which the Black Empire had restored and conquered our world. N'Zoth sought to merge Azeroth with his twisted vision of reality, but the heroes of our world put an end to his plans before he could succeed.
Tread lightly.
N'Zoth's gift was a dark one indeed.
Farewell. Hello. Jade Serpent.
I believe the information my fellow lorewalker and I have found is completely new. I'm unsure of its importance, but perhaps you can decide.
Every good story needs a hero. Eyes open.
Many years ago, a stone tablet from the Stormsong Valley made its way into my library. It took years to break and decipher and translate the fragments of the runes etched on it. I will tell you what we have pieced together, a tale of yet more treachery. Listen to the story of xal'atath and Nyalotha. New lore?
This tablet is a record of a battle from long ago, when the Black Empire ruled all. The old gods sent all of their forces to Nyaloth to counter an unexpected attack from xal'atath. Come forward, chosen. xal'atath seeks to usurp the masters. Lord N'Zoth will not tolerate this betrayal. Serve as
You are chosen, pitiful though you are. Be grateful.
do not question.
Remember your place.
For the glory
xal'atath brings with her an army of shadow and tricks. They are nothing to our evolved forms. You have been chosen, blessed with the power of N'Zoth to serve as his champion. Go now and destroy them. Lord N'Zoth calls upon us, his brethren, to aid in xal'atath's defeat. You have been chosen to make your way for them to arrive. You know what to do. We gotta summon our lords.
N'Zoth's gifts of power. Your mission is too important for you to fail.
Release a breath shadow, jump, and heal. Okay.
Your contributions are seen and acknowledged. Bring the others to me.
I guess we just go the other way. Wait for it to respawn.
I need to target something first. I don't have a target.
I'm killing these things. Okay, that's top up. It's an obelisk. How do we activate it? I guess we did it out of order. I didn't see the obelisk down there. I thought I had to kill the big guy, I guess we didn't. Maybe there's an obelisk down here? Maybe it's at the base? No, it's in this room maybe? Yeah, there's an obelisk here. Our Lord and Savior, Yogg-Saron. xal'atath's betrayal was inevitable, but she has played her hand too soon. We'll crush her. Too soon, xal'atath. You have played your hand too soon.
I need to target something first. I don't have a target.
The breath seems kind of shit.
I need to target something first.
He just vibing. He just vibing in his pool. Door shut. Yosharaj? What the fuck does Yosharaj even look like? Yosharaj doesn't have a model. So what the fuck's this gonna summon? Literally places you right next to the thing. I'm reckoning it's just gonna be a Shah, but maybe not. Yeah.
xal'atath would target Ny'alotha when she learned what he was building. Fortunately, our aid will leave him in our dead.
Sounds like N'Zoth might have got the bad end of the stick, that he was actually quite strong, but since he needed the help of the other old gods, he ended up getting flagged as the weakest. Would have been cool if they actually had made Yosharaj's model, since it technically does kind of have a model, but I don't really know what the fuck it actually looks like, because it has like the Hearthstone card, and the Hearthstone card's the way that N'Zoth's model was made, because N'Zoth was based off the Hearthstone card, its appearance.
xal'atath underestimates us. Her attempts to distract us have failed. Even we will work together when faced with such blatant betrayal.
The Kafun thing always reminds me of the meme which I saw where it's like, I miss 10 seconds ago when I hadn't seen that. Because someone made a meme in like Kafun's voice saying that, and it's so funny. Like, as someone said in the comments, something so disturbing that an old god regrets not knowing about it. Oh god, this is gonna take fucking ages though to get.
I don't have a target. I need to target something first. I need a target. I need to
Really do one of the big guys.
I don't have a target. I need a target. I'm out of range.
Oh god, that actually hurts. You're covered in the dust of the shades, like the blood of your enemies. Good. I have no doubt the Lord Nazarth could defeat the xal'atath without the aid of his brethren. If only she had not infiltrated us so. They are ready. The Lords hold xal'atath within the keep. You are the pebble to trigger the avalanche of their power to end xal'atath. Go join them.
This creature, xal'atath, is not like Lord Nazarth and his kin. She does not appreciate their power or our Black Empire. Show her the error of her ways.
Sacrifice myself.
You shall only watch this world as it gains untold power without you. You shall never lay claim to it.
Eternally pathetic. You are mere pestilence, parading as lords. This is not the end of the game, only the beginning. And I have all eternity to play.
The last desperate cries of one who has witnessed the inevitable. But that was not all xal'atath said. The tablet states she whispered in a voice only Nazarth could hear.
Consider what greatness could be yours if your siblings did not stand in your way. The
There are
offer stands.
Among Us.
You need only reach out and claim it.
To make an imposter among them.
This was how xal'atath. I fear this raises more questions than it answers. What is xal'atath? Is she related to the old gods? What does she ultimately intend to achieve? Although xal'atath's origins remain a mystery, her actions have brought harm to everyone. Perhaps that is all one needs to know in order to oppose her.
Nothing more? Wonder, maybe there's something. Maybe there's more about N'Zoth now? Nope, still no data on N'Zoth. Guess N'Zoth had his thing there, maybe.
Jade Serpent guide.
What did Xal'atath's last word to N'Zoth mean? Did you foresee the future collaboration? Was it her plan from the start? No one will know.
Thank you for listening to my tale, friend.
I hate my life. I fucking hate these boxes.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Is that actually new? No, it's not.
That's pretty good.
Alright, what's this? Yeah, there's nothing really in the book which hasn't just been done there. As we know, reading out loud is significantly fucking slower, so I can read it significantly faster if I'm not reading out loud.
Good fortune to our friends.
But as we said, the gift in N'Zoth, it gives you this eyeball helmet. That usually appears if you go to BFA, and usually sticks around, honestly, unless you enter Shadowlands or Beyond expansions. So let's see, what did our knifu give us? We got our knifu, didn't we? Echo. So we can pretend to be like a priest and have our knifu. And it's actually got a really short cooldown, which is really nice. Because as I said, like, it gives you an hour-long buff with a 1 minute cooldown. And I believe that... No, it doesn't. I thought it gave you the weapon. I guess it doesn't. It just means that when you kill stuff, she'll compliment you on it. So you get to experience the Shadow Priest life of getting complimented for killing stuff. So we'll do more stuff. We'll do a different story in a different video because honestly, it kind of takes some time. Let these videos take these stories take a while because there's so much lore to get through. But maybe there'll be new lore like there was there. And it looks like xal'atath is a void entity. She is technically just a void lord.